Salvete omnes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Return to Kroz. In the last episode, we made our way through some caverns, some of which were apparently animate. We also escaped a lava flow, and I have to wonder if some of that lava didn't grow out of the computer screen and into the real world, because it is freaking hot here right now. But in any case, now that we've gotten through levels 5 through 8, we're now on level 9. And of all the non-randomly generated levels in the game, this was actually the one I remembered the least about. This one has a lot of question marks, which is the main problem with it, because most of those question marks are a type of object known as a creature creation trap. And creature creation traps, if you touch them, will spawn a whole bunch more enemies into the level. So, do not touch the creature creation traps if you can help it at all. But anyway, first things first, we want to go over here and quickly get as many of these teleports as we can before these green guys eat them. Interestingly, I actually have it set to the fast PC setting now instead of slow, and it does seem to have an effect. At least it seems to make the monsters move slower, which is a good thing. Though it doesn't seem to change the growing rate of the lava at all, which is not good, considering that now I'm going to have longer to wait here. But yeah, what I want to do here is, well, walking back and forth doesn't matter, but I want to lure these green guys as far down the left side of this corridor as I can, and then get the heck out of there. It's nice if I can at least have him out of the way of the key, but I'm going to want to get that chest eventually as well, of course. Also, both of these question marks here are creature creation traps, so in an attempt to avoid touching those, I'm just going to teleport when the time comes. I have 16 of them, they're there for a reason. Come on. Come here. Nice juicy yellow rectangle. Come and get me. That's close enough. Okay, so we landed in this room. Now see, if I'd landed in the bottom portion of the level, I would have gone ahead and gotten the K, because the Kroz bonus in this level really is not that hard to get. Just go ahead and get these golden nuggets, because, hey, we're here. Might as well. Sure wish they were something actually useful, like gems or whips, though. Also, this question mark here is not a creature creation trap, it's a key. And it doesn't normally show up as a question mark. But, in this corner here, there's an invisible spell that gets rid of the walls on the right side of the screen there. And of course this question mark here is another creature creation trap, so teleport again. There we go. Right out into the main fray. And we shouldn't ever have to go into that lava-filled area again, unless I want to get the Kroz bonus, which I don't care that much about. Not enough to waste a teleport or spawn more enemies anyway. Now careful navigation around this area, because remember these black things from level 5? I didn't actually describe them in much detail, but these are actually bottomless pits. And they're as lethal as you'd expect a bottomless pit in a platform game to be. Touch one of these, and you instantly die, and you actually have a bit of a sequence of your character falling down the pit. That's rather funny. But now, let's see, what do I want to do next? Actually, let's go up here, because, see those red triangle things there? Forgot about that. Well, let's burn a whip to get through this time. Oh, that's odd. It seems to make your whips go slower, though. This green terrain here is actually forest, and it's basically a breakable wall that always gets destroyed with your whip. The darker stuff in the middle, I believe that's trees, or swamp or something, but I think is basically just a palette swap of a destroyable wall. So, I wish I could have destroyed both of those. Oh well. But touch this, and suddenly the enemies start disappearing. It's rather cute little sound effects, too. Oh yeah, I guess that's another difference, is I think the slow PC setting makes this happen more quickly. But that was a creature zap spell. It destroys some of the enemies in the level for you. Rather nice, that. And there's even another one here. You do have to waste a few, or burn a few whips to get it, but it's inconsequential for getting rid of all those enemies for us. There, now the level's a lot less populated. Those would have been even more useful if I'd gone ahead and triggered the creature creation spells, but for obvious reasons I don't want to do that. Oh, why is the whip so slow here? Actually, I know why it's so slow, but... Now there's a freeze creature spell here, and... Let's go ahead and get that. And darn it, one of the green guys blocked the entrance, but at least they're only taking 2 gems worth of damage. That. And skipping past that key for now, but let's go in here and get this chest, because if we didn't have the freeze creature spell active, then these guys would start chasing us as soon as we got near them. So we don't want that to happen now, do we? Also, if you were keeping track of the Kroz letters, the O is in the room with all the green guys over there. Get some more treasure here. And chest. Not actually guarded by anything nasty. So now we have enough keys to get through the level, or get out of the level, but I still want these two chests on the right side here. And let's read the tablet. It actually tells you the 2 chests can be yours if you find the hidden spell. Mind you, it's not exactly obvious about where that hidden spell is, but fortunately I know. 8 gems and 3 whips, good. 6 gems and 3 whips, pretty decent. I believe that the question mark in that little enclosed area over here is actually a gem pouch. Problem is, it's blocked by a couple of creature creation traps. But since a gem pouch is worth 25 gems, I can probably tank fewer hits than that. And let's find out what these creature creation traps actually do. Yes, the creature creation trap. And yes, that is a lot of red umlauted U's. Obnoxiously many. Fortunately, there's also a chest here. And a revealed gem scroll. And there's the gem pouch I wanted. Go ahead and get a few of these gems if we can. I don't think enemies can actually destroy forest terrain, though. So that's one difference. Hey, I think I still came out ahead because of those gems. 2 more creature creation traps blocking the exit, but we don't really care about those right now because we have enough keys to get through here. Pick up a couple of whips here, too. That invisible space is another gem scroll, isn't it? Yep, it is. Indeed. Yep, not gonna risk it. That was level 9. It's actually a pretty decently fun one, too. But moving on to level 10, we find sort of a hybrid of the type of randomly generated level found in level 6 and the other kind. This one has both enemies and breakable walls, and the nice thing about this arrangement is you can make the enemies suicide into the walls. Or actually, they do it just fine themselves. Problem with those dang blue enemies taking a lot more damage than, or health than I'd like. Yeah, if you can, you want to position yourself in a place where the enemies can't get to you without going through a wall first. But if you're careful, you can get rid of every monster in the level this way. Come here. Bye-bye. And that wasn't very careful, now was it? Come here. Delicious yellow rectangular adventurer fuel food. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there. The point is, destroy the walls for me, you vermin. Also, not getting that whip because it would require expending at least 1 whip to get it. Come on, eat the walls. Not too many monsters left, but if I'm careful, none of them should be able to hit me. I'm actually not sure why this is level 10, considering it's easier than almost all of the other randomly generated levels we've had to face thus far. I'm going to hold off on that question mark because I don't know if it's actually a gem pouch or if it's a trap. But that's all the enemies gone at any rate, so now we can explore the level at our leisure. Go ahead and pick up some more treasure here. More treasure is good, more shinies. Yeah, that question mark's going to be the last thing I get in the level, though. That was a wall. You cannot go through them. That was another wall. You still cannot go through them, even 3 seconds later. Not getting that whip. And a gem and whip over here to get. Okay, now we can go see what that question mark is all about. Oh. There's also those. Traps that make some of the walls invisible. Invisible, not insubstantial. They will reappear if you touch them. They're not mostly just there to annoy you, but there's at least one level where they actually can prevent you from beating it. Oh, thanks. The question mark was another invisible wall trap. You see why I waited to get it. But now let's move into the stairwell, or something. I probably didn't use the right preposition there, but... Level 11, Crazy Cubicals, the sequel, and that kind of cubicle should be spelled L-E, not A-L. A-L is the adjective. And this is actually, as the name would suggest, a sequel to a level in, I believe it was the third Kroz game, one of the first 3 at any rate, called Crazy Cubicals. And this one is better than the first one. I've played the first one, and yeah. But anyway, we want to go up here, ignoring those gems for now, because of the enemies in the way. Excuse me. Just wait for this blindness potion to wear off. Thank you for wasting my time like that, game. Did you really need to put blindness potions there? Tick-tock, tick-tock, come on. Not getting any younger here. Actually, I wonder if the slow and fast PC setting has any effect on the duration of blindness potions. I didn't think to test that. Wow, I do believe it does, because this is taking forever to wear off. I don't know where my guy is, obviously. I haven't been keeping track. There we go. Okay, now once I get this freeze spell, I want to run to the left as quickly as humanly possible. Or yellow rectangle-y possible. Because there's a power ring over there, as well as 4 chests. But there are a bunch of blue enemies in the way, and they will happily eat them if you give them half a chance, so... Power ring absorption, go! Okay, now we can get the chests. And hopefully get out before the blue enemies become a problem. There are actually quite a lot of goodies in this level. You'll notice 2 of these cubicles are just full of whips or gems. Now, you'd be tempted to use the freeze spell to get that column of gems on the right side, but there's not really enough time for that. So, progressing through the level. Also, as with level 9, question marks are generally a bad sign in this one. More forest terrain that's even slower to get through now that our whip has been slowed down. Also, I believe you have to expend 1 or 2 more whips than you would just getting through here to get that chest. But, considering you get at least 2 whips from a chest, it's still worth it. I'm just glad this is forest terrain and not crumbled walls. Also, if you looked carefully at the layout of the level, you might have noticed that the Kroz letters are actually in reverse order in terms of what order you visit the cubicles. Yeah, that wasn't a very productive chest, but 3 more gems are 3 more gems. But yeah, here's the first treasure chamber of sorts. Lots of whips to get. And lure this blue guy into getting rid of these teleport traps for us. Yeah, that really makes a difference, that setting, because that blue guy is supposed to be fast, and he is definitely not right now. Come here. You know you want to keep chasing me. And then after that, let's lure him out of the way so he can't bother me while I'm going after the key. There we go. Oh yeah, and this room is completely full of invisible crumbled walls. Joy! That's probably why they gave you all the whips in the chamber before this, actually. But now with our increased whip power, we can destroy more walls more efficiently. Well, technically we can destroy the same number of walls, but we're more likely to be able to destroy them. Also, definitely not getting that actually just not going after the Kroz letters in general in this level. Lost track of where the walls were. Okay. And that gets us to where we need to go. I could whip that blindness potion to get it out of the way, but if you're careful, you can just go ahead and get through this lava room while being invisible. This lava at least doesn't grow. So let's go. Left, right, right, down, down, etc. Go ahead and get the golden nugget. And actually, might as well get the gems while I'm waiting to become uninvisible. And now proceed to wait some more to become uninvisible. I wish I had some good jokes or something to fill up the space here. Come on. These things last way too long. And more often than not, they're placed in positions where they don't actually make anything more challenging, just more annoying. So, there we go. Now, this door maze here won't harm you, but it can make you waste your keys, and we don't want that, needless to say. Another blindness potion. For whatever reason, these particular green enemies don't seem all that interested in actually doing much. Also, yes, more dreaded moving walls. Die, wall! Oh, actually, I guess this room's full of trees, so this might as well be crumbled walls here. You learn from successful failures. And I have absolutely no idea how that's supposed to be relevant to the context. See if I can get some of those walls out of the way. A tree blocks your way. Yes, it was trees. And you can see a key on the bottom left there, so we're going to have to go through that hole in the bottom. Once again, wasting or expending one more whip than we would have otherwise. Well, actually, at least one. Well, yeah, now it's going to be at least two. Please destroy. Thank you. Now let's see if I can get that key and get the heck out of here. Well, I'm still invisible, apparently. Crap, should have waited for the blindness potion to wear off. Now I'm just gonna waste my points 20 at a time while I... There we go. Oh, those things aren't destroyed by a whip. Good thing, too, because that's a slow creature spell. Take some hits here. And no more blindness. Thank goodness for that. Just a free spell. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this level. Including invisible doors. You remember what I said about those, right? Careful navigation through the teleport traps. Don't care about the gold nuggets because they require me to either waste whips or trigger the traps. They really count as traps if you can actually see them. Also, have a room full of invisible walls. Also, just because OCD or something, I want to make all of the walls appear. There we go. I believe believe that invisible spot up there actually does do something. Also, now you get to see what creature creation traps look like when they're uncovered. Oh, I forgot that's what that did. So we don't have to expend quite as many whips as we could have. But now, the bottomless pit gauntlet. Do not make a wrong step, or you will die. Also, that is a lot of blue enemies, so you might want to just go ahead and whip them. Also, teleporting out of the level, or not exactly as far out as I would have liked. There, that's better. We're almost out. And guess what? Time for more creation crap. Creature creation crap, yes. That's what I ought to call them. An invisible wall thingies. You're supposed to be able to have those blue guys suicide on the walls to the left, but in practice I find that that doesn't tend to work so well. So, as much as I hate to leave him behind, I'm going to have to ignore those gems. Or at least the remaining gems there. Tank the hits from the red guys because they do less damage. More invisible wall traps. And yeah, I'm totally going to go ahead and get those gems. Also, why not throw in an earthquake trap while we're at it? Yeah, the level's gone from crazy cubicles to crazy massive mess. Oh yeah, now the enemy's suicide on the wall, sure. Why not? Also, advertisement message. And moving on to level 12. It's another randomly generated one, and we know what that means! Also, this is practically exactly the same level as level 4, except that there are more enemies. Nice creativity there. That was 4 more hits and 4 more damage than I should have tanked, but whatever. Out of level 12 into level 13, and since we've passed another set of 4 levels, it's time to call it here. Quite an adventure we had this time around, and I will see you in the next episode.